very close personal friends with.
Tough and uncompromising defender of conservative values, journalist and businessman, a patriot and a great friend of Poland. This is what Thomas Rose, who is to become the new U.S. ambassador to our country, is like. President Donald Trump simply can't praise him enough. Thomas is a highly respected businessman and commentator who had a successful radio show on SiriusXM for almost a decade and served as the publisher and CEO of the Jerusalem Post. He will make sure our interests are represented in Poland and will always put America first. In accepting the nomination, Rose wrote that it was an honor, and he promised to uphold the Polish-American alliance. The new ambassador is a defender of the rule of law, democracy, and above all, freedom of speech.
Będzie wrażliwy na wolność mediów w Polsce, ale także...
He will be sensitive to freedom of the media in Poland, but also more broadly in the European Union, which gives a kind of hope that if the European Union or the current liberal government wants to restrict freedom of speech in Poland and freedom of the media, well then here he will meet resistance from the American embassy.
No to tutaj napotka opór ze strony ambasady amerykańskiej.
Attacks on Republica TV and attempts to silence our station just because we speak inconvenient truths for those in power have already been experienced. But the new American ambassador is not throwing words to the wind. He strongly protested when Donald Tusk's strong men took over public media. I'm curious as to how the New York Times, which spent 8 years inveighing against the threats to democracy posed by Law and Justice's alleged control of the media, will find a way to spin this grotesque act as yet another move to restore democracy in Donald Tusk's Poland. And this is how Thomas Rose reacted to Donald Tusk's suggestions about the possible arrest of the Israeli Prime Minister, who was scheduled to attend the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz German camp. Donald Tusk, be careful. Threatening to arrest the prime minister of the Jewish state at Auschwitz, of all places, is not unnoticed by the USA. Poland deserves better. At the same time, he thanked the Polish president for strongly opposing it. Congratulations to Andrzej Duda for preventing a rift in U.S.-Polish relations and standing up for Poland by convincing Donald Tusk to reverse this terrible decision. Polish President Andrzej Duda accepted the ambassador's nomination with satisfaction. Not so long ago, about 2 months ago, I had the opportunity to meet the ambassador and talk with him when I was told that he might be the future ambassador to Poland. I can say this, from that conversation at that time, it was clear that he is a man who sympathizes with our country and who likes Poland. Donald Trump chooses as his closest and most important associates professionals who understand the media well and can convey conservative values. Billionaire inventor and owner of Platform X, Elon Musk, is responsible for cost-cutting in the U.S. administration. War veteran and former Fox News presenter Pete Hegseth has been named the Secretary of Defense.
The good guy won.
And the ambassador at Trump's important post in Warsaw will be Thomas Rose. You have to be able to sell conservative values in a world that is flooded with certain left-liberal ideas. Hence, I think he is a good choice. This man, although he does not speak Polish, in my opinion, will be a very good ambassador for the next few years.
W mojej ocenie będzie bardzo dobrym ambasadorem przez kolejne kilka lat.
Thomas Rose's nomination still has to be approved by the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, in which Republicans have a majority, so there should be no problem. Only then will Donald Trump entrust him with the mission in Poland.